Hey, babe. What's good? I was waiting for your call all day. What's going on with you? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. No, I had to call and see how you doing. Nah, man. What's up though? What's going on out there?
Nothing much, nothing much. Same old, same old. Nah, man, I had a meeting with the bosses, over at High 97. And, gonna see what the outcome is. But other than that, had a doctor's appointment, everything's good, I heard the baby's, heartbeat, you know. Damn, I wish he was there, babe.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I wish I was there too, You know what I mean? So I could, hear, little man's heartbeat, you know what I mean? But I know you holding it down out there for me. But, everything should be good, you know what I mean? Far as, Hot 97 or whatever, you the hottest thing on there. Since Miss Jones, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody hotter than you on the radio right now, so everything should be good.
Yeah, everything should be good, they saying, I don't know, most, might be suspension. The further, sort of bad publicity can go down and, but, they definitely tight about, what went down with us, But it is what it is, I'ma hold it down regardless.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, you know what I mean? But it's all good. You just gotta leave it in God's hands, you know what I mean? It's all we can do, babe.
Yeah, I know. But other than that, how you doing in there? Keeping your head up and staying safe. Did you get my letter? The pictures I sent you?
Yeah, I got the letter, you know what I mean? Definitely got the pictures, you know what I mean? You're always looking good. You know what I mean? Definitely just, I'm just staying focused, you know what I mean, till I get out of here, you know what I mean? Definitely got a goal, you know what I mean, to get up out of here, you know what I mean? Be with you, you know what I mean, the baby, and just gonna live life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, babe. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it down. Definitely securing that bag, what I mean? And, just waiting for you to come home, Just, hold your head, stay safe, and hold it down, I spoke to Fifth, I spoke to 50, He's definitely, still interested in signing you and bringing your story to life, And Rock Nation, is interested too, So, we definitely got some options out here,
Oh, for sure, you know what I mean? Yeah, Fifth hollered at me, you know what I mean? I hit up Fifth, you know what I mean? While he was on set, and yeah, he told me he's definitely interested. You know what I mean? Rock Nation, you know what I mean? They definitely interested in managing me, you know what I mean? So, sky's the limit, you know what I mean? Once I get out of here, you know what I mean? So I'll probably be getting out like right after Max B. I think Max B get out in November. So I should be getting out, right after him.
Yeah, I heard Max B's coming home. Yeah, but I heard he's snitching on the low. I heard he's snitching on a little bit.
I mean, they say a lot of people telling, I ain't want to hold you, boo. You know what I mean? I heard Big Meech telling, I heard, Max B telling, I heard a lot of niggas telling to get home, me, I'm cut from a different cloth, you know what I mean? Like, never me, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right, baby. I know that's right, baby. You a real man. That's why I love you, boo. Nah, man. No, I love you.
But, what's up with you and Messy Jessie? Y'all still beefing out there, like, y'all was the best of friends, you know what I mean? Y'all still beefing.
Jessie's Jessie, she's gonna do what she do, it is what it is, I ain't got no real problems with her, but, we ain't as tight as we used to, like, she gotta report the news, so I gotta respect that, you know what I mean? But, it is what it is with Jessie, she's gonna do her. I'm just trying to get my, my things situated out here, you know what I mean? As far as making sure, I can continue my business with Hot 9, 7, and, making sure things is right for the baby, and make sure, things is right for you, you know what I mean? And, holding it down while I'm out here and you in there, boo.
Aye, for sure, for sure, for sure. Alright, boo, so, I know you want to get some rest, so I'm gonna try to call you, I mean, around 7 or whatever, I'm gonna hit you back, I mean. I love you, I mean. You always on my mind.
Yeah, I know. You're always on mine, so I'm always worried about you, but I know you holding it down in there. I know ain't nobody gonna fuck with you, you know what I mean? You the realest of the real, boo. That's why I fuck with you, you know what I mean? That's why I love you, you know what I mean? Forever my man, my man. And I'm gonna be your ride or die bitch.
Yeah, baby. I miss you, man. I miss the fuck out of you, man. You don't know how bad I wanna, just, wrap you in my arms and just, hold you, you know what I mean? And kiss you. I fucking love you, Unique, for real. You're my boo. I love you, baby.
I know. I love you too, Daddy. I love you, Tony. And, I'm gonna continue to hold it down. Everything's gonna be alright, though. I love you. Make sure you stay safe in there, boo. Alright? Hold your head.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna hold my head. I'm gonna, stay focused. I ain't even, worried about the haters and none of that shit. You know what I mean? Fuck the haters. No.
Speaking of haters, what's up with that clown nigga with the cowboy hat? What's his name? Duke Farrell. Like that clown ass nigga still making them whack ass songs. I heard that song. That shit was so trash, babe. Like that shit was garbage. Like, oh my god, that song was trash. Like that dude is a fucking clown, babe. Like, what's up with you and him? Y'all still, beefing? Like, I know you don't fuck with that clown, but what's up? Like,
man, Duke is a fucking sucker. Duke is a fucking lame. That clown ass nigga, that nigga's pussy. You know what I mean? I'm about to expose that nigga, you know what I mean? I'm about to, tell the real deal on that nigga, you know what I mean? Season 4 about to start, you know what I mean? Duffle Bag Tony story, season 4 about to start. You know what I mean? So, fuck that nigga.
I know that's right, babe. Season 4. Yeah, I be loving your stories. You already know I love your stories. You lived an interesting life, boo. But yeah, definitely. Season 4, stay focused. Fuck these haters.
Yeah, for sure. Boy, boo. Unique, I'm gonna call you back because, they about to do count. You know what I mean? They about to do count and then we gonna do chow, so I'm definitely gonna hit you back. I love you.
Alright, I love you too, boo. Alright? Hold your head, stay safe. I'm here.
No doubt, boo. No doubt. I love you. I'm gonna hit you back.